Shit. I pressed wrong button. I pressed stopped. My workout. I gotta work. Got 31 minutes for curfew. So I gotta work out. I finish my working out today. Third video for today, January 15th. Record breaking, first time I'm doing this on the go. The General War Integrated Total Body Training System. I've did hawks, I've did push-ups, I've did hawks. Almost like 3 hours marching already. Marching dance hard, busting some dance moves right now. Doing some rapping for world peace. When I pressed stop, I was explaining the mission, vision, and philosophy, of course, of the Dragon Empire to secure food, housing, and transport for all by the creation of the International Citizen Integrated Social Security Force, aka the Dragon Army, which paradoxically, of course, I'm calling the creation of in real life from willingly loving citizens and integrated and absorbing all existing public and private security forces, police forces, armed forces, in order to secure three elements of civilization: food, housing, and transport. Secure the three. Of course, paradoxically, this all started with a fictitious scenario developed by yours truly, Adrian H. Dragon Zero of the Dragon Empire, when in October 17th was the first session of the General War Integrated Total Body Training System, which I did now. The third one, outdoors, first time, first week, first week I'm doing outdoors. That means the General War Integrated Total Body Training System, aka the 300 workout, squats, push-ups, and hawks. Third one this week, and this one I'm recording the marching on the go in Hawk Island, Montreal. So I'm envisioning, of course, that the fellow Dragon soldiers go from house to house, have the perimeter to secure XYZ perimeter of food, housing, and transport. The Dragon Empire began with, of course, the first General War Integrated Total Body Training System session. 300 workout. Which of course was based and made to go hand in hand in a fictitious scenario, which was based on what had transpired geopolitically, financially to that point in time, namely the which of course was created and made to go with age. That was, of course, created to go hand in hand with a scenario called War 3 scenario, which is ongoing. The scenario was based on what had transpired geopolitically up to that moment in time. Mainly the trade war initiated by Trump, China, imposing tariffs on billions and billions. That was based on what had transpired in real geopolitical events in real time, geopolitically up to October 2019. Since the first session was, of course, held October 17th. October 17th. October 17th was the first session of the General War Integrated All Body Training System, aka the 300. And of course, the birth of the Dragon Empire. 3 months after, since in real time COVID became a health and financial crisis with the stock market crash beginning February 20th and ending April 7th, triggering the worst recession, an economic recession, and some places depression. Some places depression worldwide. After the recession and depression in some places, here's a recession. So, providentially, parallelly, paradoxically, in an eerie way, COVID-19 kind of spawned World War III. Of course, ever seen the bus number 37? 37? And there's 38 almost. Well, I mean, 38. Anyways, so back to the story. The birth of the Dragon Empire unwillingly. As I've been conducting workouts, training, exercising, learning in my room after the temple, having crossed the great desert, survived near mortal head wound by a big black sword. Years ago, spent years in the island of Montreal, learning, studying in the libraries of the Park Island, Montreal, healing, working out, writing poetry, theory, which I'll share in the coming days, weeks, and months ahead. And The past more than 2 years, I've been, of course, starting my fitness journey, working out, training, exercising. Gotta catch it. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Curfew, baby. Curfew. So, back to the birth of the Dragon Empire. Working out, training, exercising, experimented with working out, training, exercising my room, house, and temple. Working out, training, exercising has been, is, will continue to be medicine of choice for yours truly, Hadron Age Dragon. Experimenting different workouts, seeing what is happening geopolitically. I was alarmed as a citizen. Paradoxically, if you check my workouts from before the trade war, so I always advocated peaceful, cordial, mutually beneficent relations, Sino-North American, Sino-Canadian, Sino-Western, meaning Sino-China, for China as a civilization relations. Of course, I believe the trade war was a big mistake. Could have been alternatives, understand some grievances, some flaws, but then the brothers and sisters, allies, supporters of the Dragon Empire, gotta be honest also that China didn't invade since 1984 or 89 or 96 many countries as we did. I'm saying Canadians, and since me myself was an American in past lives, of course, sending the hand of peace across borders to my American brothers and sisters to join me for world peace. And of course, China didn't invade so many countries to stay mutually pacific and managed to reform their ideology. Of course, I'm not a supporter of communism or of fascism, supporter of liberty with responsibility and the mission, vision, and philosophy of the Dragon Empire. Securing food, housing, and transport. And then we'll have social justice with that. And that liberty that people would be after securing food and housing and transport, encouraging them to work out, train, exercise, love who they will, where they will. Right there, maybe in the corner, two people making love. That's gonna be legal in the Dragon Empire, Dancing Goddess Empire and the Dragon Empire. Hygienic encouragement, taking care of your bodies, working out, training, cleaning, proper sexual education. Yeah. If making love offends you, then Dancing Goddess Empire perhaps is not a for a lover. Oh man, curfew, 15 minutes, gotta run. Can't afford to pay the ticket, man. Can't afford it. So anyways, food, housing, and transport. And we'll encourage people to work out, exercise, calling upon all public, private institutions and corporations to support it. Since I'll be marching my dragons now, we gotta make sure how much terrain I've covered. Lots. Just in this march and walk, covered. Here, Montreal, Hawk Island has a population of about 3.7 million. I covered about 100,000 just now. Maybe 10,000, 20,000. See? So, pop up. Dragon Army. Yes, sir. Dragon Zero. Fellow Dragons, secured food, housing, and transport, XYZ. Which is called. We're going to come back. Encourage them to work out. How's the workouts doing? They got good social credit system by working out, training, exercising. Good. Encourage us to do so. Stay active. Push-ups, love, massage, offer. XYZ. Let's go. Curfew. Okay, curfew. The Dancing Goddess, of course, is one and the same. Empire with a dragon. Motto of the Dancing Goddess Empire is Goddess dances with the brother, the sun. And of course, the dance is happening right now. This is sun is rising over China, over Japan, over Korea now. It's 8 o'clock in Beijing, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock in Tokyo, I believe. It's 7:47 Hawk Island. I believe in China, Korea. It is 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Beijing, Tokyo, Seoul, capitals of Korea, of course. South Korea is Seoul, China is Beijing, Japan is Tokyo. The sun is rising there, and the goddess is dancing with the brother of the sun there, fertilizing the light and life on a mass scale, producing fruits and vegetables, legumes there. Maybe these units, housing of the Dragon Empire, food, housing and transport, public-private partnership, calling upon all institutions and organizations, both public and private, international finance, banking, IMF, local, national, international governments, first the Americas, one continent, two oceans, 7 continents, one world, one sun. Together, food, housing and transport, which will be the World Peace Integrated Citizen Security Force. Willing citizens join me, like the police, armed forces. We go knock in hand, go make sure brothers and sisters have food, housing and transport secured. Once that is secured, food essential to work, to maintain fit, to learn, to work out, exercise, train, to survive. Think how worthless we are. Myself a millennial, 1984, born November early. Never farmed, know a little bit of theory about it, but I was thinking how fucking useless I can be since I couldn't feed my brothers and sisters were not for the goddess that dances with the brother of the sun, which we are dependent. All of us, humankind. Food, housing, and transport. Food is holy. I've lectured the holiness and the need for food security in the past. We'll do again. Food, housing, and transport. Elements of civilization that need to be secured. I ask you, if we're gonna talk theory or blah blah, these are simple solutions on which we must focus. Once we have this secured for all, then your justice, the call of freedom to do what you will, to love who you will, where you will, in how many ways, LGBTQ like me, androgynously, interracially, loving non-discriminately, bisexuality, clean, get dirty but get clean. We get dirty, we work hard, we channel the violence, we channel the aggression, we channel the force, we channel the rage, understand it, the constructive channels of love and understanding. So that through that, once we secure food, housing and transport, the mission I'm ordering all governments, all corporations, all public institutions, that 3, food, housing and transport, to be the focus from now on of all politicians, of all institutions, of all corporations, Dragon Zero, founder of the Dragon Empire, and the rebirthing Adrian H. Dragon is Hana, A-D-R-I-A-N, H-A-N-N-A-H, D-R-A-G-A-N, Adrian Hana Dragon. Founders of the Dancing Goddess Dragon Empire, is one and the same empire, the goddess and the dragon. The Phoenix People's Party, the anti-war, anti-poverty, anti-racism, pro-love party, monitoring all institutions, local, national, international, first Canada, US, North America, the Americas, NATO, our allies in Israel, in Africa. 2, focus on food, housing and transport security. All police forces, all citizens, all armed forces, all police, all corporations, all artists. Ensure your brothers and sisters have food, housing, and transport, of course, for a certain level to begin to get. XYZ, hygiene. Encourage them to work out, train, exercise, love their body. Clean, wash, take baths. Body is the temple for purpose, for pleasure, for knowledge, for wisdom, for power. 7 minutes and 18 seconds to go, man. Curfew, curfew. 7:53 p.m. EST. I just started that movie for some reason in time. Old movie with sci-fi with Timberlake, Justin Timberlake, the singer, actor. Buster's nice dance moves. Yours truly loves you. Straight curfew. Curfew. Shit. Man's running for that curfew, man. Shit. I make it on time. I'm an artist, a heart, world's greatest living, dancing millennial poet, paradoxically, of course, providentially in a real way, with unwilling, in many ways, the Dragon Empire, the Dancing Goddess, my scenario, which began October 2019, first session of the General War Integrated Total Body Training System AK300. It was October 17th. And there, what had transpired geopolitically, the deterioration of relations between China and Canada, the diplomatic political crisis and impasse with the Huawei, the arrest of Meng Wanzhou, chief financial officer of Huawei, by the RCMP, who is the national police force here in Canada, in order to honor an extradition treaty with the United States. After the beginning of the US-China trade war started by Trump, which I believe was a mistake, and that Trump, of course, believed, or he could be literally my grandfather. I'm ordering Trump to resign right now. Meet me at the border, fight me. You know, got tiny hands, but his tiny hands will make Trump's nose go like Pinocchio. Nonetheless, yes, my penis is tiny as my hands are. It's a baby penis. Doesn't matter. God is blessed with a trillion kisses. This is Hannah's clitoris. So rejoice. Give it trillions of kisses. So, curfew. Few minutes. So I'm ordering Trump to come at the border, 5-minute boxing match for world peace. Come live with me for a week. Learn Chinese for world peace. Say he was sorry, he was wrong, because Trump could literally be my grandfather. At 71 years, right? So 70, he's close to 77, born in 47, so 50, yeah. So he's about 41 or 42 year difference. And so 41, 42 divided by 220, yeah, literally it could be my grandfather. So probably his idea of China was China of the 60s, 70s, 80s, which of course China is not. Since 1984, China with the reforms has managed to become the world's biggest exporter of goods. Like I said, I'm not a defender of communism or socialism or fascism. I believe in the universal revolutionary center, securing food, housing, and transport for all. Public-private partnership, Dragon Army, Dragon Empire, dancing goddess, food, housing, and transport. Then securing that by public-private partnership, all corporations, all armed forces, all police forces, all willing citizens who can't help in any way, shape, or form. Join me. Let's go knocking on the doors. Shake our brothers and sisters, police over the armed forces, in order to secure the aforementioned food, housing, and transport, and then encourage people to volunteer in the community, get their bodies, work, exercise, get dirty if they want it, but encourage them to also get clean. I get dirty, I'm not a saint. I'm bisexual, androgynous. It's caused the great desert for pain, living the worst financial crisis of my adult life. But the most important thing is, my brothers and sisters, I don't owe nobody nothing except perhaps the one I love and call sister, who's oftentimes my teacher, my friend, and the only family I got. But I'm thinking, if you want to be my family, the Dragon Dancing Goddess family, the Phoenix family, give me love, I'll give you love sevenfold. If not, keep 2 meters away, social distance, and don't mention my name unless it is for a blessing. Hope you have an understanding on that. One minute curfew. So looks like I did made it on time anyways. We're gonna have a few seconds, of course. Got 93 seconds. I'll make it. Takes me about 77 seconds. I can't stop. Love is the law. Love on the will. Do what that will should be the holy law. The laws, securing food, housing and transport. With the internet, everything we have, open source, love freely, and freely work out, train, exercise. We make love right here. You can't see it, but it's a sea valley. During non-curfew hours, of course. Higher. See, just securing that. Can't see, but it's a big building, probably. I'll say 1,000, 2,000, even 3,000 people living in it. It's about 37 stories high. So, securing that area. Food, housing, and transport. Well, curfew. 37 seconds. Gonna need only 25 or 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I made it. I made it. Dragon zero out. Love you. See.